This is the story of how I became an assemblage artist from somebody collecting found objects in my backyard. Several years ago, I had an amazing ice cream sundae with a friend of mine and really wanted to capture the sundae and the moment. I realized in a dream that although I can't draw, I'm really good with a needle and thread. And thus began my creations of taking found objects and needlework and putting them together and making ice cream sundaes and many, many more things over the last 5 years.
Those of you who may not know me, my name is Mike Rutter, and I'm a longtime congregant of the Reform Temple of Rockland, and I am an art lover and an artist as well. And I've drawn and painted since I was a young child, and art has always fascinated and interested me. I have great passion for it. My favorite painters certainly were the Impressionists and the Surrealists. I first became interested in art, I think, by engaging in the painting that Ed Lorner and the Art Club have been talking a lot about, and that is The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. In fact, I was going to bring my iPad down, but I even have an iPad cover with the painting. But I studied art and painting and drawing for 5 years in a very private little art school. My instructor was a gentleman named Harvey Dash, who was the chairman of the Paramus High School art department and a tremendous painter in his own right. Harvey had a beautiful home in Upper Grandview, and we actually painted in his living room looking over the Hudson River. This painting right behind me is called The Art Teacher's House, and this is a painting of Harvey's home in Upper Grandview. It was made out of California redwood, and it was extremely beautiful. And I tried to capture some of the essence of the light in Upper Grandview and of the house, which was really quite spectacular. When I paint, I do whatever comes to mind at the moment. My paintings are fairly spontaneous. Harvey's idea, which he taught us, was just take out a canvas and start painting. Don't worry what it's about. Or if you can't think of something, take an object or a home and paint. I've been in love with painting all my life as an aficionado, as I said, and as an artist, and I'm happy to share this work with you. And I hope you enjoy looking at these paintings, which really occupied, from my life, a big chunk of thinking and emotion. Thank you very much.
Eva Steen. Here are several examples of my lamp work glass beads, which I created at the Rockland Center for the Arts. During lamp working, the artist melts colored glass rods over an open flame. We melt the glass onto a steel rod, rotating the rod continuously, thereby creating a glass bead with a hole in the middle. I'm still at the beginning stages of learning this technique and can't wait for the pandemic to end so that I can return to class. For anyone who doesn't know, the Rockland Center for the Arts is a local treasure established 73 years ago. Classes in a wide array of arts are offered to students at all levels of proficiency. Adults, teens, and children all participate. During the pandemic, they have offered many opportunities for online classes, exhibitions, and performances.
What inspires me to create these Photoshop images is to make the image look as realistic as possible. I try to scrutinize every little detail so the object feels like it's actually there.
And I'm going to share with you some of my sculpture, which I started to get into after I retired. I started to take some woodworking furniture classes, and what I discovered in those classes is that I was more interested in the scraps in the garbage versus the precision of the furniture making. So I started to dumpster dive and collect those pieces and notice natural pieces from nature on long walks, whether it be driftwood or limbs or pieces that had just fallen on my walks, and I would collect them. I would try to marry the two together, what I call the wood in its natural state and the manufactured state, and create new stories by intertwining them and playing with negative and positive space. I'm inspired by the work of Louise Nevelson and the Cubist period, and I hope you enjoy my work. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vivian Resnick. I started painting and drawing and sketching when I retired. On the day that I retired, I saw an ad in a local magazine that they were giving sketching classes at a library, and so I joined. And soon after that, I saw another library that was giving watercolor classes, and I also joined that. It has been a wonderful experience. It has, I have enjoyed it completely. When you paint and when you sketch, you lose yourself in what you're doing, and so the rest of the world disappears. And so it's very relaxing in that sense. And it has served me very well. The small hobby has served me very well during this time of COVID. And I hope to continue doing this. I hope you enjoy what I've done.
My name is Adrienne Modansky, and I am definitely more athletic than artistic. I had a wonderful teacher as an adult who taught me how to make these 3D paper cut pictures. They fill my home with joy and Judaism, and each one reminds me of the trip we took to Israel to bar mitzvah our middle son. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, let me introduce myself. I'm Jane Aronoff, and I started knitting as a hobby. But before I knew it, I was hooked. To me, knitting is a form of art. I love to see the yarns evolve into beautiful canvases of an art project. It gives me great joy to create pieces for family members and friends. The Afghan depicted is unofficially called the Reform Temple of Rockland blanket. Cantor Neff was working on this beautiful Afghan. Several of us saw it and were mesmerized. We told her how beautiful it was. Cantor told us it was addicting and we should try it. Several of us decided to take the bait and we got started. She was so right. It was addicting. We were hooked. Therefore, it has become the RTR blanket, and it is so, so soft. My butterfly was intriguing to me, and it is truly a work of art.